If you're a guy who spent years working hard, just pushing and grinding, and you've already achieved big things that you once believed would make you feel happy and fulfilled, but you still feel empty and numb and just disconnected from why you're even still doing it, then this video is for you. So this is a really common problem for a lot of men, and there doesn't often seem to be a very clear solution as to what to do. So in this video, I'm going to break down where this actually stems from, what's really driving this never feeling like your achievements are enough, and what to do about it. Let's dive in. So we want to start by understanding the mechanism that forces people to never feel like their achievement is enough. So first of all, I want to look at this concept called classical conditioning. So classical conditioning comes from behavioral psychology, and the idea is that we can train animals or people to associate something that's not related with an outcome to something that is, such as a dog is trained that when they ring a bell, food comes, and therefore it will start to drool every time it hears a bell, even though it has nothing to do with food, because it's learned to automatically associate the two together. Now, what happens with a lot of humans is we learn that by doing certain things, we get a certain reward. So X equals Y, okay? So that's kind of how we go through life, where our belief is, in this case, that if we achieve a goal, okay, we do good in business and we hit some kind of target or some kind of financial metric, then we will feel things like joy, happiness, fulfillment, and freedom. Great, amazing. Now, that's our belief, and that's the belief that's driving a lot of our behaviors and actions. However, in reality, it looks more like achieve goal equals temporary inner hit, and then this is quickly normalized and becomes our new standard. And we start wondering again, why the hell am I feeling so unfulfilled and why nothing ever feels enough? Now, this is something you can probably relate to if you are a high-performing guy, an entrepreneur, a founder, someone who drives for big goals in life. Because most people have this experience of doing the thing, achieving the goal that they thought would make them get all these nice things like joy, happiness, fulfillment, and then feeling flat afterwards, quite soon after, and then going back to this process once again. And we have to question, where does this come from? What compels us, first of all, to believe that this is going to happen? And second of all, to double down on it when the reality doesn't match your actual lived experience, okay? So in order to do that, we need to kind of wind back the clock and look at it from a more, I would say, developmental lens. So why would someone have this wiring or conditioning programmed into them in the first place? And my theory on this one is what I call the ice cream theory. The ice cream theory suggests that whatever we did as a child to get our needs met, we will repeat again and again in the future. So the example is, I want an ice cream. I go to my parent and say, Daddy, I want an ice cream. He says no. Then I cry and say, Daddy, I want an ice cream. No. Then I get angry. Daddy, I want an ice cream. No. And say, Daddy, I want an ice cream, please. And he goes, okay. So I've learned now that a certain strategy is going to produce a certain outcome, and then I will go out into the world and repeat that again and again and keep pushing that button every time I want to get my needs met. However, the problem with this is whatever worked to get our needs met in our childhood environment at home does not necessarily always translate out into the world. So while at one point in our life we may have associated feeling things like joy, happiness, fulfillment, freedom with getting the ice cream, as an adult we adapt and adjust to tie that to things like success and financial freedom and achievement and recognition and these things that we believe we want that will make us feel these things in the future, okay? Usually if we've also been conditioned by our parents and our schools and society to pursue excellence and to get good grades and achieve great things in school because we got rewarded for those things. So by applying ourselves in things like academics and sport and excelling in these areas and being the good child and the successful one, we actually get more of what we want, which is joy, happiness, fulfillment, but also love and safety from our parents and validation from authority figures in our life. So we just kind of continue this again and again throughout, and that gets applied to our startup or our business or whatever our career is. So the way we can summarize what's happening is we can say, here's my inner state, okay, which in this case is beginning at a negative, okay? So I'm saying currently I don't feel good, okay? But if I get some kind of external achievement, then I will feel great. Happy days. The problem is we are projecting our inner state out onto this external vessel, okay? So we're taking our inner feeling and we're attempting to alter or change that by something outside of us, okay? Which kind of makes sense in theory, especially if we look at all the ways we used to get our needs met earlier in life, because our actions led to direct different results on the outside, which made us feel okay. But what we need to recognize is that we're kind of going about this in a very inefficient and kind of secondary way. That in my experience, the only way to change our inner state is by actually going inward instead of attempting to change it on the outside. However, if we've been conditioned, like the mouse or the dog, to constantly look for the reward by doing the thing, then we'll keep pushing the button again and again and keep hoping that one of the pushes will get the result we want. But for a lot of guys I work with, particularly if you're watching this video and you're kind of saying, why don't I feel fulfilled? Why does it never feel like enough? Why is it always about the next goal? Then you're probably recognizing that this mechanism doesn't really work long term. It gets the temporary hit, but then very quickly we're back to baseline and we normalize it and we're back to this feeling of flatness and trying to do something different. It's kind of like a man lost in a desert, okay? He's walking through the desert, he hasn't eaten or drank anything in a day or two, and he's starting to go a bit crazy from the heat. And he starts to imagine a mirage or an illusion of a lake in the distance. But as soon as he gets close to the lake, it disappears, but then he sees it again in the future. So it's this constant moving source of water that we're looking for, that we're attempting to reach, but is always going to evaporate in front of our eyes because it's only a figment of our imagination. So as promised, we want to explore what is actually the solution to get out of this. Like, understanding all of this is super important, but the solution at some point is to recognize that more is not going to make it feel enough. And that might sound kind of obvious, like, duh, like I get it, but rationally you might understand it, but on an embodied level, you're still chasing it. You're still the rat pushing the button. You know what I mean? We're still living out of this conditioning, okay? So we want to actually not just change our rational thoughts, but look at what can we do differently in our lives to start to actually get a different outcome and start to actually allow our achievements and success to feel enough. Because I'm going to be honest, you don't need new thoughts. You need to actually have a new lived experience of feeling something different and to allow your actions and thoughts to stem from that new place. So the way to actually access those, in my experience and with the work I do in retreats and with my clients, is we actually need to go a bit deeper than the mind, okay? So it's not something you're gonna get in a 10-15 minute YouTube video like this, okay, if I'm honest, okay? It's something that requires going deeper into the body, into the subconscious, and actually working with and processing where is the wiring living in the nervous system on the automatic level, okay? So deep on the level that's the same as breathing and digestion and emotions. The same mechanism is running our behaviors, okay? Like an automatic response. So the way to access that is with, one-on-one sessions with a skilled practitioner, someone who can guide you down into those levels. Techniques like connected breath work, like somatic experiencing, like also IFS, internal family systems therapy. These are different modalities we can use to actually get beyond the level of the rational mind and down into the patterns that are actually driving these behaviors that were conditioned or taught to us very early in life, that are gonna actually start to allow us to not just think our way out of this, but actually naturally take different automatic actions in the moment. So by the time we start to reach that finish line that we talked about, where finally you're about to achieve that goal you always said you wanted, there's actually a feeling of accomplishment and fulfillment and joy and peace and ease, instead of already then imagining the next goal ahead on the horizon and having the stress and fear of, oh shit, I need to go again and do it all over again and bigger this time, okay? So I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed all of this, if it's making sense, I've got loads more like this. Click below to subscribe to the channel. Get involved if you're interested in learning more about this one-on-one or asking more follow-up questions. Drop a comment or drop me an email. Down in the description should be my email address. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.